Alright, so I'm going to take the bottle here, basically cut that little tab open. There is something that I forgot to show you, so let's go ahead and back this up here. Do this first, that way it doesn't come out of the tab, but shake this up for about 2 minutes. This stuff is thick. I mean really thick. So, once we get that all nice and shook up, 1 ounce per gallon is what we do on the roots. So there's 1 ounce, and then that little guy right here. First day it stopped raining. It's been raining for a whole week. So these guys are probably definitely hungry. The foiler, I go about 1.5. I do it every other week. So 32 ounces every other week. You get a lot of miles out of this stuff. Fill these two up with water, and then we're going to go apply. This one's a little more difficult. It's not hard. The reason it's difficult is because this stuff is so thick. Sometimes the tip clogs, and you got to take the tip off and clean it. But as far as foilers go, this is it. It's basically pump up your pump sprayer. Come on out here and give these guys a nice spraying on a leaf. And what this does is, rather than going through the root system, it goes up. Let's see if we can get a nice picture here. Sorry about the camera. But it's pulled right in through the leaf. It's a faster way for the plants to uptake the nutrients. You can see how this is starting to yellow in some areas down here. Within a couple days, these are going to be nice and green. And then, of course, the flowers will start coming out really fast too. Rose bushes typically don't like getting wet, and I've noticed that by doing it with this particular fertilizer, they don't get that mad. Sometimes they just turn yellow, dry out, and die. But these guys, they're thriving. And I'm not putting a lot of fertilizer on this plant every week. I'm just giving it a little bath, letting it suck it in, hitting all these guys with the foiler, feeding. You can open a nozzle up too once you get to these bigger areas. Give it a little bit more, and just kind of spray it in quicker. You don't have to sit here all day. And like I said, it's not any type of science. Just get it in there. It'll drip down and find its way in. Bugs love this stuff. Spray it on your plants, and all these bugs and butterflies and everything else comes around, and the lizards come around and eat the bugs. It's like a big party. Like I said, remember that tree I told you I cut down? It was one of those jacarandas. Seed pods everywhere. If you ain't careful, you'll have those things just taking over your yard. So we cut that tree down. I gotta get rid of a couple other carrotwood trees that are just invasive too. This is kind of cool. We had an air plant. Just kind of laid it in there. And then I got one down here too. And all I do is just come by and give these guys a little love, a little juice. And they're thriving. I'll just go around and hit the rest of my plants. I don't really have a whole lot of other stuff that's really impressive. Just a basic homeowner trying to keep his yard looking nice. Okay, now yes, I did already give these guys a shot of fertilizer in the roots. What I'm going to do, I'm going to kind of give them a little double dose. I'm going to hit their leaves, especially these sunflower seeds. These are anything that's got flowers on it. Let it just suck right in. These guys right here are designed to attract the butterflies and stuff like that. And like I said, there was a couple monarch butterflies floating around already. They have to see yellow and purple, mostly yellow, big yellow. They got small little brains. Yeah, I just throw a little bit in there on the grass just for giggles. This little guy is blooming. Like I said, this is the quickest way to get fertilizer and nutrients into a plant. Come over here. This is a spider lily. This is kind of cool. I was driving down the road one day and I saw one of these things. And if you come over here, you can see these bulbs. It had some bulbs on it. So I cut those bulbs off and brought them home and stuck them in the ground. And this thing's grown in about a year. I've cut it back twice. Now it turns into these lilies, and they smell, the fragrance is incredible on them at nighttime. You can smell them halfway across the neighborhood. You can smell them now. And then they pop out, once those white things fall off, they turn these bulbs. And let those bulbs grow, and then we give them to our friends. They plant them, and hey, there's a lizard hanging out. Look at him. You got any bugs there, buddy? And like I said, I can come over here and just give these guys a spray right down the stems. But these guys weren't too happy because the tree was right over them. They were getting no sun at all. Now that tree's gone, let's see how they fare out. That's it. This is pretty much thriving since, what, back in May it was all dirt. So we got a nice little garden going here. Probably got, I don't know, two bottles of AGgrand fertilizer in this since we planted it. So that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed the film. Any questions? Pop them down there. We'll try to get back to you. Thanks for watching. Give us a thumbs up.